Alright guys, this is Man from the future. Just a quick introduction before I actually start the video. In the wake of update 3.7.1, a lot of things happened, all of them bad things. First thing first, we lost our talent sets. Second thing, we lost the names of our team sets. It's not really a big deal, but still annoying. The third thing, and the most important thing, we lost our consumables, or at least huge majority of us. This is the reason why I decided to do this video, so I hope you're going to enjoy the rant. If you're wondering which is the bottom, this is the bottom, guys. Update 3.7 point whatever is the bottom. I don't think that they can go any lower, and actually the only way they can go any lower is by not issuing really good compensation for what they did, because they actually wanted to do something good, and that's admirable. They said we have identified there are bugs in the game, we're going to fix them. Yeah, that's the way I have to do it, right? That's the way you do business, because let's be honest, this game is a business. They're earning money. And then what's happening is that they basically shut down the game. They unplugged the game for 10 hours. I'm a developer myself. How come does it take 10 hours? I don't get that, because before you start patching, you've already found solution to the problem. You found the problem, you've identified the problem, you found the solution in your testing environment, so all you have to do is to transfer it to your production environment. How come it takes 10 hours? I don't get that. Seriously. I don't get that. And we're talking about 3 things. They literally did 3 things, and that took 10 hours. But let's say that they're working on something extremely complicated. It's like understandable to take 10 hours. All right, the next thing. At first, they issued 100 souls compensation. This is absolutely horrible. Let's do a math. Let's say that you're a casual MK mobile player, and you open the game every 2 hours to get some souls, right? So, for 10 hours maintenance, you'll be open the game, let's say 5 times. Or let's say 4 times. 5 times. Do it 5 times. This basically means that you'll be farmed at least 120 souls by only opening casually the game and refreshing quest. 120 souls. And they gave you 100 souls compensation. How is that even fair? A player that is playing the game, let's say a lot, will gain will farm some 200, 300 souls for that period. And they gave you 100 souls compensation. And the worst thing about that is the fact that, once again, I've been repeating that for a while, it doesn't cost them anything to give you, let's say, 500 souls compensation. Anything. They don't have to pay you money. They have to do anything. And to the players who are going to say, because I know those players and I will never understand them, oh, but you stop complaining, there's a free-to-play game, you're crying. I mean, do you realize that they feed you shit? And you're like, oh my god, feed me more shit. I'm loving it. Shit for free, that's perfectly fine. No. You just have to say when something is bad, you just have to say, guys, this thing is bad. 100 souls for a maintenance time, which is 10 hours, is simply not enough. For one thing, souls are useless for veterans, but let's assume that you're not a veteran, then the souls will be useful for you. However, for the time that the game has been down, you can farm twice as much or 3 times as much. Why do you give us only 100? You should give us more than we can, than the amount we can farm, because basically you have brought down the game to fix your mistakes, not ours. It's not our fault, right? So this is a really, really easy way to make the player base happy. Just give them good compensation. Once again, I'm going to repeat that. Once again, it doesn't cost them anything. And anything, seriously, it doesn't. There is a variable somewhere in the system. You know, if you have been coding something, you know what variable is. Basically, it is something that it's called, let's say, compensation. All you have to do is just click on the keyboard twice and then change the value from 100 to, let's say, 1000 or something. And there you go. That's all you need to do. That's all you need to do. This is that easy. It doesn't cost them anything. And yet they don't do that. I don't understand why. Nobody will going to get rich in MK Mobile with 500 souls. It's literally 1 pack. That's nothing. So, with that said, we already established that this is the worst thing that happened to MK Mobile, for the simple reason that the compensation was miserable. The patch quality was bad because they literally said the game is on. The game wasn't on for, let's say, 3 or 4 more hours. But let's put that aside. Another problem is that once they did that, they completely broke the game. This is absolutely unacceptable. I've been playing mobile games for a while now. I've been playing at least 10 different mobile games. I've never seen such thing. I've seen people releasing buggy updates, but I've never seen such thing. The only thing that can save them from player base leaving, like waves of players just leaving the game, is to issue a really, really good compensation. A really good compensation. Now, what I'm talking about, for one thing, the talents were reset. So if you have, let's say, 10 talent sets, now they're gone. They're gone for good. You have to do that again. Sometimes you can just do that. I mean, what can you do? It's not really a big problem, but still a problem, annoying thing. So how can I know that next time they're going to do update, my talents will disappear as well? How do I know that they will stay? How? All right, the next thing is that the team names just disappeared. Now we have team 1, team 2, team 3, team 4, team 5. And some players say that even the equipment in the teams is gone, which is not the case for me. I guess I was lucky. But the worst thing, guys, the worst thing is that the consumables are gone. I asked you in my YouTube, basically, and my YouTube page, and it seems that 85% of you are experiencing the same problem. 84% actually, 451 votes for so far, saying that their consumables in survival mode are gone, and that's a huge problem. I don't think you understand how huge that problem is. For one thing, you can spend money for that, and for other thing, some players are basically grinding this 10 odds thing, even the veterans, because they hope that with update 4.0 they're going to give us a new factionals exclusive, so they want to have those consumables. They're then collecting them for months, if not years. And then what happens? Look at this guy, for instance. I lost all my consumables. Where are they? He had, for real, 51 revive potions, and now they're gone. 0. I raised 2 tickets to support, even though they're useless. And quite honestly, I want to make a really positive. I wanted to do a lot of basically gameplay content because I had a lot of ideas how to make pretty nice videos with certain equipment. But the moment I saw this, I was like totally enraged. So this thing should be said. If something is wrong, I need to say it's wrong. I'm not whining, I'm not complaining, I'm not crying, because quite honestly, I don't care. I can leave the game tomorrow. I don't care. I simply don't. So I'm currently, quite honestly, in YouTube, my revenue is not amazing to keep me here forever. At some point, I would just say that's enough. It will never change, because even as a player, I feel really disgusted at this point. Not as a YouTuber, as a player. It is absolutely... I have no idea. I have no words, actually. I have an idea, but I don't have words. Now, the thing is, I raised 2 tickets. On my beginner account and on my main account, and they said they'll investigate. The interesting part is that on my beginner account, I made a mistake to say that, you know what, my talent sets were reset, and then I said, and my consumables were gone, and they sent me a copy-paste template saying, you know, the talents, you can live with that, it's not a big deal. And then I said, did you read the second part of my sentence where I said that my consumables are gone? And then I said, oh, I was like, okay, we're going to investigate. So, yeah, that's the thing. They're going to investigate. What's going to happen? We don't know. Whether we are going to get something for this or whether they're going to reinstate those things for us. That's the question. Because if they don't, it just the game is... I don't want to say it, but the game will simply die. I mean, if they treat the players like this, and once again, I am a whale. I've spent thousands of dollars on this game. I'm a customer. Don't perceive me as a player. I'm a customer. And you have to value your customers, right? I'm paying. I'm giving them money. I'm paying their salaries. So all I want is to be treated with respect. And I want them to stop. At this point, I just want them to stop releasing buggy updates. It's being totally unacceptable. It's totally unprofessional. I don't know what to say. And once again, I'm saying all of this not because I'm crying, I'm whining and stuff, because I want a better game. I am trying to make this game more popular by doing videos. There's so... By the way, just leave it in the comments if you have watched all of this so far. Just leave it in the comments whether I gave you good ideas in the game or whether you experienced some, let's say, nice things in the game because of me, or whether you quit the game and then return to the game because of me, because I've seen many people in comments saying that. So basically, I'm helping the game, and the reason why I'm doing those videos is because I want to help the game be better. But I don't know what's happening, because they do something good and then do 2 worse things. So they wanted to do something good by releasing the update, and then they broke everything. So now the question is, the question that has, I mean, I don't know how to say it. Seriously, I don't know how to say it because I'm so affected. All of this begs the question, how are they going to compensate us? And the future of so many players staying or leaving hangs on this decision. Are they going to compensate us good, or are they going to just say, I'm sorry? Because I had this case. I had a case when, because of their mistake, I lost, let's say, a rune of a tower and stuff like this, and potentially 150, 200 souls. They gave me 50 souls of compensation. I said to them, this is not enough because this and this and this. This is simply not acceptable. It's your mistake. Just give me at least the amount of souls that I lost. They said no. They can't. I mean, Are you kidding me right now? Once again, the thing that pisses me the most out of everything is that, once again, it doesn't cost them anything. They can literally give us max accounts, all of us, and it won't cost them anything. Of course, this will cost them a lot of potential lack of money, but giving us 500 souls each is not going to cost them anything. Seriously, anything. Even though, quite honestly, if they say, all right, we're going to give you 1,000 souls, I will simply reply, I don't need your 1,000 souls because they're useless to me. I want you to give me one copy of one of the new characters, for instance. Is it going to cost them a lot? Of course not. Actually, they're going to benefit from that, because probably I will eventually spend again. Because at this particular point, I'm not maxing the epics on this tower. I will never do. I will never do that. I know I said many times in the past I won't do this, I won't do that, and eventually I did it. But this time I won't be spending any more money to max out our equipment. Why should I? I'm just getting these updates with tons of bugs every time, unplayable game in certain situations, things disappearing from my account every update. Anyways, guys, I'm really affected. I'm sorry. I really want to make tons of positive videos about this game, but things happening lately are simply bad. So let's hope the compensation is going to be good. Let's hope that this is going to be the last type of updates we get like this. Seriously, this update broke more stuff than fixed them. I mean, I could live with MK11 Noob Saibot breaking the game. I'm just not going to try to do any special attacks on him when he's blocking and something like this. It's going to be unfortunate, but I could live with that. But losing all my consumables of both of my accounts is simply unacceptable. See you next time, guys. Take care.
Perfect.